what's up YouTube? Pretty stoked right now, getting ready to watch Walking Dead. I know it's Monday, but I just always make sure that I give it a day for people to upload their links for the show. I do have Hulu and I have Netflix, but it's not on there. So, and I like that show a lot. So check out that show if you're interested in zombies and stuff. I recently hit 1,000 subscribers. Pretty stoked about that. So I'm going to talk a little bit about this tank. I removed a ton of duckweed. Here's a McDonald's cup, and it's halfway full of duckweed, and that's just this tank alone. So I'm going to do some moving around in this tank, but I'm not sure if I'm going to do it just yet. I might wait maybe another week or two. I'm going to get rid of the water lettuce in here, and I'm going to put that into the 10-gallon giveaway tank. The Hornworth I'm going to put in the 40-gallon. The Apatogen, I'm going to see how many I have. If I have 3, then I'll put 1 in the 10-gallon giveaway. If I have 2, then I'll put them in the 55 and let them grow. But yeah, I'm just going to move a couple plants in here just because they're not growing as well, or I just feel like they're not getting the love they should be getting. So, but as far as my growth in here, here's the high growth spider plant or whatever, and it's grown awesome. I only kept 1 stem, right? And here's another one already. I kept 1 stem, and off of that 1 I got 2. So pretty stoked about that. The Trinthia cardinalis is doing the best. You guys can see it's super red. It does that at nighttime. It closes up. It is night here. So temple plant's doing pretty good. The plant that also is doing very well with the little cherry shrimp in the front, looking for some food. I got new babies in here, new baby guppies. So I don't know if I'll be able to find one because there's one right there. Where'd he go? Coming right towards us. Tiny. You can see the difference in size from that one to the other size. So definitely a lot going on in this tank. The new plant's getting new growth on them. There's a leaf right there. This one right here has several leaves on it. So hopefully I can start trimming these plants, and that's what you do with the Hygrophila gustif, I want to say it's called. You trim them, and that's how you get new plants out of it. So hopefully I can get some new ones out of this batch, and I can get 2 or 3 out of them, and slowly start putting them in other tanks and stuff. A really cool plant. Excuse me. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys the other tanks. Ninja, right there. You guys have seen her in previous videos. So here's this tank. Discus is out and about. I'm surprised. Actually, I'm not. The other 2 discus, someone asked me why I separated them. Well, they were beating the shit out of him. He really wasn't eating, and the other 2 are doing a really good breeding behavior. So I figured I'd give them their space and their time, and hopefully they spawn. So someone asked me if I prefer T8 or T5 light bulbs, or the screw-on light bulbs DIY style. It's hard for me to answer that because I've had very good success with T8. T12 I have not. I'm not gonna lie, I've had very shitty success with T12, but T8 has done a really good job in my personal opinion. This plant has gotten fat and wide, and I'm not sure if you split this plant or if this thing shoots out a runner. So comment on the Ozoletta sword, please. I want to know. Here's that spider plant. High grow. I might not be spider. It's high grow. It's a high grow. Might be a hydro, I don't know, but it's a tiger plant. I'll put the names if you guys are interested in the little comment thing. But like usual, water sprite is withering away. Duckweed off the yin yang. I trimmed the veils, all of them, because I couldn't catch a lot of duckweed. So because then I'd start uprooting a plant. So you guys can see this one's coming towards the front. I got this little line right here going. So, it's doing really good in here, and, even the Trinthia cardinalis that I put in here, I only put 1 plant in here. It's a lot greener than my other tank, but it still looks good. So, this tank's just a whole big mess. I need to get in there and just completely redo it and just play with it. So, that's really the best bet. He's looking pimp right now. 10-gallon. I did not get enough comments to make a contest out of it. I said I had to get the same amount of contest people to comment that I would on that video. I gave it 3 weeks. I figured that's plenty of time for people to comment. So I'm just going to let stuff grow in here. So just let it keep filling up. So I added the 2 new plants. Like I said, just gonna let it fill in and hopefully it does well. You got Hornworth at the top. Ton of Java moss. But when I was dosing it, I lost a bunch of the corkscrew valve, and I also lost the dwarf sage I had, which really sucked because that was the last dwarf sage I had. So not too happy about that because I wanted some dwarf sage or some what is that stuff called? Pygmy chainsword. So, but back to that question of which bulb I like better. I've had really good luck with the T8s. T8s are very cheap. If you can't afford T8s, then I would highly recommend the the energy efficient daylight bulbs. They're cheaper. If you can't afford those either, then you got a problem. I wouldn't recommend one over the other, but I would say if you have a smaller tank, my personal opinion would be to go with the daylight bulb screw-on ones because they penetrate a lot deeper, so you can definitely grow a lot of different types of plants. If you're new to plants, that's what I would recommend because you can grow different types of plants. If you're going to be a newbie and you really just are trying and experimenting and you're kind of afraid, and then I guess I would go with like the T8 bulb and Java fern and what everybody else gets. But if you want to actually buy different plants and get some color in there, stuff like that, then I would definitely go with a higher thing because I feel like the corkscrew ones that I have that are daylight bulbs have more intensity. I've not used T5. I kind of laugh at it because a lot of people in the community are probably going to be mad, but I don't care. I see people with little fucking 10 gallons or little 20 gallons, and they have super crazy lights in there, and they're like, oh yeah, check out my lighting, I have high light in here. All I got is dwarf sage carpet, bro. It just makes me laugh because it's like, seriously, dude, you're gonna spend that much money on light, get some really cool plant that's a harder plant, a little bit more advanced plant. Don't get something that's very simple. But that's my opinion. Start with the plants first, and then go ahead and work on the lights because you'll figure out what plants you like and whatnot. So that's what I've done. I've worked on buying plants, and I've noticed, T8 I grow better crips. I could not grow the Tiger Lotus in T8, but in the other lighting, it's growing fine. So, it's definitely all learning experience. So it just depends on the lighting. My jungle valve does not grow so well in the other lighting. I feel like it burns it out, even if I could cut back on the time. So, there's always, you got to find your happy medium and balance. So, whatever works for you. To me, I think T8 works really well. It's cheap. I like the daylight screw-on bulbs. It's cheap. So, but I never got why people bought small tanks and then crazy light. Like, I never got it. Go big or go home, bro. That's my opinion. So, I hope you guys enjoyed. Questions, comments. Feel free. All the plants are doing well. Anubias is half buried, still growing, still looking good. I think it has more leaves than what it did last time. Yeah, it has 2 more leaves on there. There's a baby one down here, so it's looking good. The fern I got is looking alright too. So everything's looking okay, not a crazy amount of growth. I've seen more growth out of that little 20 gallon. So, and I stopped dosing the 20 gallon because I was afraid with the new plants what would happen. So, yeah, that's about it. Be careful on the dosing. It will kill jungle valve, corkscrew valve that I've seen. It will destroy it, and it will destroy dwarf sage, and I don't know of any other plants, but that's not good. So, figured to go ahead and give you guys a fair warning, but I'll keep using Flourish, and I'll eventually do a really good review on it once I've used it enough and really talked about it. Alright, hope you guys enjoyed. Say peace, nigga. Peace out.